In the previous video, we got it set up to where we could, buy the box, have it go through, grab the firearm and all that. I want to go ahead and make it to where it ends the purchase. And there's also another problem. So if I were just to try to buy the box again, you can see nothing happens. We get the selected weapon, but, well, simply put, nothing actually happens. So we have some bugs to also resolve. Now, to begin, what I want to focus on is going to be when the purchase has happened. I want to, I guess you could say, end the interaction. So currently, the way we're ending it is if we look at our tick, we have if the interaction has finished and the lid rotation is, well, 0, then we go ahead and stop tick and all that kind of stuff. So what we want to do is basically just set the interaction to be finished, but we need a kind of more or less a way to replicate it. And that can partially be done by this boolean be purchase in progress. However, I don't necessarily like utilizing this specifically because the second I set this to true, the box is now interactable again. So we kind of want to use this as, I guess you could say, whether or not the box can be just simply bought. So we're going to create, or not necessarily create, but utilize this second bool here, and we need to kind of look at it. So basically, we need a way to more or less set it to true, and the way we're getting the target rotation to, whether or not to open or close the lid is based upon this boolean. So if the interaction is finished, then we reset, and we're basically interpolating the lid to be closed, which handles that. So that's what we need to focus on. So U property, let's do replicated using, and we'll do on rep interaction finished. Then we'll have a void, or sorry, a U function, void on rep interaction finished. Now in here, the only reason I'm making it a on rep is because if the interaction is finished, I want to simply, let's go ahead and find it, set the weapon mesh component to be just not have a mesh at all. So in our case, realistically, we could kind of do this, I guess you could say, regardless. So weapon mesh component, set skeletal mesh asset, and just pass it a null pointer. So that way when we buy the firearm and we set this boolean to true, this should go ahead and hide the actual firearm we just purchased. So next up, let's go ahead and go to our get lifetime replicated props and add be interaction finished to our get lifetime replicated prop, so that way it actually does replicate. So now we pretty much just need to set this to true and false. So where we can begin is, let's go ahead and see where we're actually doing it currently. Okay, so we're setting it in one spot, and that one spot is basically when the firearm has made its way all the way back down. So for example, you buy the box, firearm goes up, starts going down, and once it goes all the way down, then it sets this boolean to true. So that's good there. That handles that. And we also want to do it when the interact occurs and the player, tries to tries to grab the firearm, which would be right here. So in our case, we're going to go ahead and set be interaction finished to true, and we want to mark it as dirty. And then lastly, we can go ahead and call the on rep underscore interaction finished. So that way it'll go through, handle the hiding and all that kind of stuff. And that's fine, but we don't really have I guess you could say, a reset, so to speak. So once the interaction has, I guess you could say, been bought, like, the box has been bought, we want to set it to false. So in our case, let's just copy all three of this, paste it into where our purchase logic happens. So this right here runs when we buy the box itself, and set be interaction finished, just set it to, well, false. So by default, it is false. So yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and give that a try. And hopefully that will handle when we grab the firearm from the box. It'll basically just close the lid for us. And then I think the only thing that we need to worry about after that is going to be the actual position of the weapon mesh, but we'll handle that when it comes to it. Okay, once we are back in the editor, let's go ahead and buy the box. Everything's working there. Let's go ahead and grab the firearm, and you can see it hid and the box closed. And now that the box is closed, we have our option to buy it again. So now I just have two 1911s, and that one immediately selected the STG, but you can kind of see what I'm referring to. So if we look at the, like it starts too high. So let me just show you what I mean. So let me go ahead and buy it once, and then grab it. So let's grab it at the top. So you can see it was up here at the top, and when I buy it again, you can see it is still up at the top. And that's the problem I was referring to. So weirdly enough, that does seem like it fixed a separate bug. Oh, that actually makes sense because we were never resetting this boolean. So that explains why I fixed the issue. So pretty much when the interaction has finished, so let's head over to the onRep interaction finished. What we want to do is if the interaction finished, we want to set the firearm, basically the thing we're moving, which is in our tick. Let me actually move this up above our tick. So in our tick, we are moving the weapon attached component. What we want to do is we want to set it to basically be zeroed out, so back to its starting point. So when the interaction has finished, we can go ahead and simply set it to a F vector, 0 vector, and that will fix that problem because instead of, the weapon after we grab it maintaining some position up here, it's going to immediately just go right back down here to the default position basically. So let's make sure that this works. So I grabbed it up here, and when I buy it a second time, it should now start again from the bottom, just like so. So it actually reset it properly. So now let's go ahead and give this a try with two clients. Okay, we grab the Tommy gun. Let's go ahead and buy it again. And everything seems to be working. And I just didn't replace my 1911. So that's something else we have to do. And as of curiosity, if that player buys it, we can also grab the firearm for this guy. So we can steal the box weapon. So that's something, in a way, I kind of like that mechanic, but it's also not holding true to the World at War, or really, I guess, zombies in general. So that's something we are going to be working on, basically not allowing to happen. So that'll be pretty straightforward to do. We don't really have to do much. We already have the actor that's trying to interact with said box, so we can handle it that way. But I digress. So now that we have those features implemented, where we can actually grab the firearm, everything resets properly, the replication ends and all that, we can continue kind of fleshing out the box because we're getting really close to the end of it. So I'll see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.